Because you have a list of like what, the 40 people you wanted to meet?
Yep.
And I was checking out your list and I was like, yeah, I want to know that person too. And
Sure.
Yep, that person's a friend and
Yep.
you know, all of that. And
Yep.
so, and they're all here.
They're all here, but what I've done, I was like actively made an effort. So I made that list, and the whole idea behind the list is what I'm calling inbound networking, because I'm an introvert. So like any given party, I'm the guy sitting in the corner not doing anything, checking his iPhone, right? And that's just me. So I made the list. I'm like, okay, if I'm hoping that this article will get out to some of those people. And they're like, wow, we're gonna have pity on him, and if we see him in the hall, we'll go by and say hi. Otherwise, you know, it will never, and it works, right? So like, people, you know, so Chris Brogan got the article, he forwarded and tweeted out to a bunch of people, and they're like, oh, that's a cool idea, Dharmesh, let's hook him. It's like, okay, great. So
That, and you would never know that. I mean, from this interview, you like seem very extroverted.
I think it will.
Okay, I was going to say because you have your on thing and then
Yeah,
maybe
it's the alcohol from last night and waking up too early.
Yeah,
so.
you're still actually not even really.
Because I'm not really here yet.
This
exactly.
really isn't even a real conversation.
Yeah,
we're just like we don't even know what's going on.
Yeah. But anyway, back to you. Sorry to
No, this is perfect. This is perfect because so many of the people that we've talked to have actually been before South by even started.
Yep.
So now we're having a lot of fun because we're actually here and we're talking about the experience. So to date, I mean, this is your first one.
Yep.
So what has been the best part of South by Southwest so far?
Let me see. The best part, obviously people, but that's cliched. But I really enjoy the sessions. So whenever I come to conferences, I generally attend as many sessions as I can. And I live tweet them, so I'm there like typing up like a madman. And the speakers have been great. They so yesterday, Zay Frank was on. And the guy's just a friggin' comedic genius, right? I mean, he's just so easy to listen to. It's like, okay, I see why he's successful. He's just friggin' good. But it's like that, right? So they're very down to earth. The speakers are great. Good crowd. So it's just been a overall great experience. I mean,
what is have you learned anything since you've been here? And what's like a nugget of information that you've learned here?
A lot of them. So and I've got bunches of notes back in the room, but so Zay Frank's thing was, if you're going to do something meaningful, especially for creative types or whatever, you're going to have to take that leap. Number one is that, leaving the day job, and it's scary, but the reality is the day job will usually always be there, at some point later anyway. And then the idea of just kind of hitting, someone asks the question, it's like, well, how do you do it? It's like you just have to hit the submit button. You have to publish. You're going to fail. There's going to be times when no one looks at your stuff or reads your stuff or whatever, and you do it anyway, because for those few times that something really hits, it makes the rest of it worth it, essentially. So one of the messages is that you have to kind of put yourself out there. You can't just continue to crank in the back room. It's like, I'm going to create this Nobel Prize winning piece of whatever. You shouldn't do that. Just put stuff out there, which he does great.
That's fantastic advice. I mean, and those are the really neat things that you can learn in coming to South by Southwest. One last question for you.
Yep.
So when you leave South by Southwest, what is it that you still need to accomplish before you go?
What I'd like to accomplish is follow up with the people. So I've had good kind of business discussions with folks that I've met here, both through planning and coercion and through that list, is to follow up with them and say, okay, well, yeah, we met at South by Southwest. We talked about this. We should connect and we should do something, essentially, from a business perspective. So make sure I follow up.
Well, and as you guys know, I mean, that's how a lot of business actually happens. A lot of these people here at South by Southwest meet, connect, and they end up doing business together. So
lots of deals happening here.
Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, it is cool stuff.
Yeah. So for those of you who aren't here, you got to come next year. There's absolutely no choice about it. So Dharmesh Shah, thank you so much.
Great, thanks for having me.
And you can keep following him on Spot.
That would be good too.
Startups,
yep.
On startups.com. Come follow. Hey, it's Sunday morning, and you've been out till 4, and I was out till 12. So there you go. Take care, everybody. Bye.